in most families, what will bring a lot of disagreement in the family is always the financial part. So when you guys don't start at that point of having your own finances and having that financial pressure at the beginning, so that the woman knows this is how we are starting.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nyande, and your name?
My name is Guy, Jimosis.
Okay, so in this segment we are actually introducing a new segment to my YouTube channel whereby we'll be discussing different topics in our car. So this segment will be called Ride with the Jimosis. We're going to give our opinions on some of the things we think are affecting South Sudanese, either in diaspora or back home. So in today's episode we're going to discuss if it's a good thing to marry for a guy and bring his wife to their family home or not, and what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of having your spouse stay with your family.
We are going to start right away with the disadvantages, and then we'll say that the advantages at the last.
So as Jimosis said, we're going to start with the disadvantages. And to begin with, one of the main disadvantages that I feel affects you as a couple when you have your wife stay over at your family house is that you don't get enough time, or you'll have to schedule twatwa, that is having sex and all that. Because you are staying with other people, you have to be kind of mindful of when they sleep, and either the bed will be shaking when you are in the act. Because you are a new couple, people are expecting that you are obviously engaging in sexual intercourse, so it's kind of uncomfortable. And that's why I believe having your own place as a couple is very important, especially during the first few years.
Yeah, like she mentioned, it's true. Especially like when people live in one big house with rooms. Oh man, that one you have to wait until 5 a.m. when everyone's fully asleep. You can't try it even at midnight. So it's not a good thing. Get your own place, man. And also, even during the day, if you guys the married guys happen to go into the room together at the same time, people start saying, oh, they are going to do it. That's twatwa. So it creates that thing of suspicion from other people that because you guys got married and everybody think it's official time for twatwa. So every time you do a small move, everyone like, oh, are they not doing? Yeah, or something like that. So it's bad. It's better to have your own place, so that if you want to do it at 8 a.m. you do it. You want to start at 4 p.m. you go right there. 12 midnight, whatever time of the day that you want to do it. Yeah, it becomes easy for you when you have your own place. But if you are staying with the parents, my friend, you're going to struggle.
You'll starve. And you know, like, it's better during the first few years before you start having kids, because once you have kids, then obviously the sexual intimacy kind of die down, because you now have other things to focus on, as opposed to when you are two adults. And that's why it's good to have your own place.
Another disadvantage of you staying with your parent, with your spouse, is that it removes that aspect of independence, because the main reason why you got married is because you thought, or you think that you were now an adult to start a life. Yeah. So it's not good thing to still stay in the same place where you were being controlled by your parent. So it's better to move and have your own space and make decision as a man, make decision as a woman of that place. Many other things that come with independence is good time to have them when you have your own place. But if you're staying with your own parents, your parents still have that aspect of controlling you, and your independence is not there. And to me, I think like your woman won't even respect you that much, because you don't have that strong voice in the family, because your father still control things, right? So
yeah, also like women, I believe, are quite territorial. So when you have your mother and your wife in the same compound or the same house, it will be very hard for the two of them to kind of decide what things should be done by who and at what time. And also, like, if before you got married, maybe your mom was the one cooking deciding on the budget and what type of things to do at what time. But now when you bring in your woman, she kind of, when she left her family house, it was like, now I'm a fully grown adult who's going to take charge of her life. But again, she comes and falls under the shadow of your mother. So I believe when you have your own place, then you kind of give her the freedom to decide what to do at what time without having to ask for permission from like your mother or maybe sisters within the same compound.
Yeah, with you and your spouse staying at your parent place, is that you don't get enough pressure of the financial part, because in most families what will bring a lot of disagreement in the family is always the financial part. So when you guys don't start at that point of having your own finances and having that financial pressure at the beginning, so that the woman knows this is how we are starting, so that she get adapt to it really quick, is another disadvantages. Because when you guys are going to later on move on and have your own place, there will be that, oh, this guy is lacking. If you don't have money by then, let's say by the time you move there, you don't have money anymore. It's not like you don't have money, but in her eyes, yeah, it's not enough at that point. But if you guys started up with your own place, it will easily show that your financial capability, and she will know where the husband stands. But when you guys are staying with your parents, some of other expenses are taken care of by somebody else. So it is a disadvantage that it looked like a advantage, but it's disadvantage because you have to let your woman know your financial capability and kick off from there, rather than just to be surprised later on.
And sometimes, let's say you are living in a mansion or a very big compound, and by the time you move out, you go and start off from one bedroom, then it's kind of, there's that shift in the living standard. So it will make it seem like you deceived someone's daughter when you actually are not a rich person or all that.
As an individual,
Okay, so let's look at the advantages. What are some of the advantages that you think come with staying with your family?